Yeah.
And we are live.
THC on the YT.
THC on the YT, on the
In the
late night
PM.
tip, in the PM. THC on the YT in the PM, and the CST and the EST.
There you go. Yeah. Then all the other time zones too.
How many? I wonder how many abbreviations we can come up with.
You had half a dozen there.
Yeah, no shit. So, well, anyway, man, it's good to be back already and not have like a month and a half hiatus or whatever it is before we can do this again. Even though this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because, well, you have work in the morning.
Yeah, it is a touch late, which is business as usual for us. So, I mean,
it is. That's how we roll around here. It's what happens when you have children,
Yep. Plus, we're called THC. I mean, you got to sort of, we got to work into the vibe we're putting out there.
Yeah, I mean, one of these days you're gonna have little mics of your own, and
we've got 300 of them right here in a shelf.
Your fucking world's gonna be rocked.
Yeah,
but anyway, so this is gonna be a little bit of a shorter live stream, but we're gonna have some fun with it anyway. But yeah, Mike and I were actually just talking right before we went live. The news about Mark Waid coming back to DC Comics, and then the fact that Mr. Brian Michael Bendis is done with Superman.
Probably the best news in a while.
Yeah, effective like November, December. So that's also around the exact same time that Mr. Waid is coming back to DC. So we're kind of wondering if maybe there's going to be a little bit of a handoff there, and if Mark Waid's going to tackle Superman. Because you got Tomasi, who's currently on Detective, and I'm enjoying that. I'd like to see Tomasi go back to Superman though. So I'm really torn. Like I'd like to see Waid on Superman. I think that would be a really fun book.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want Tomasi to finish off what he was doing. So
yeah,
like maybe like Waid takes Superman and Tomasi takes Action or something like that. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But if that's the case and Tomasi does get one of those books, you got to bring back Patrick Gleason.
Right. Ideally. And you got to do sort of like a
de-aging of Jonathan.
Yeah, you'd have to do stories in the past because like unless
they would just de-age him. Dude, it's DC. They just fucking there's a de-aging ray.
Oh, it's comics. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, Missile Plick Sticks or something like that shows up with a de-aging ray and like plays a prank.
I mean, who knows?
Jonathan's a kid again.
Who knows what's gonna happen at the end of Death Metal? Maybe they could find some way to just be like, hey, let's de-age him. Bendis is he's leaving. But it makes me wonder what Bendis is gonna leave his mark on next.
Detective. He's gonna kick Tomasi off a Detective like he's Superman.
Yeah, he's just coming after Tomasi. If he could somehow channel whatever made his Daredevil so good, but I don't know if that would.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I can see that being good on like if he could channel like what he did on Daredevil, and he could bring that to like say Batman. Like I know Tynan's on Batman right now, and I don't want Tynan to leave Batman either. I like the creative groups on Detective and Batman currently, but maybe like down the road a little ways. I think if Bendis could channel that Daredevil, that street level Daredevil that he did, and bring that to Batman, holy shit, dude! I think you'd have an amazing Batman. I really, really do.
Maybe an Azrael title.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Why not let him try something new?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess we'll see. I saw that DC, so they've been cutting back a bunch of their titles, right? And it looks like Batman Beyond issue number 50 is going to be the last one.
I know, but at least it'll be a good binding number. Because remember, that's a book that I haven't read lately. I read the first 25-ish issues, and I loved it. It was a great book. And then the monthly thing, I just kind of fell off the whole monthly reading thing. And so I've been patiently waiting for it to end. So I could actually, I was just gonna get all the trade paperbacks and then just bind it. But that was at least the first 25 issues. That was a really fun run.
Yeah. I'm excited to finally be able to binge that. Speaking of binging, December, final issue of Gideon Falls, number 27, 80 pages. I cannot wait to reread that whole thing. I pretty much stopped. I don't know, issue 17 or so.
I stopped with issue 20, and then I was like, I just gotta wait. I can't do this month-to-month shit. Like I just gotta wait. I gotta wait. So but no, man, that's gonna be good.
Very excited to see that. And then I just wonder what Jeff Lemire is going to do next, because there's got to be something new coming. I'm excited. Yeah. Sweet Tooth is returning soon as well.
Maybe that's what he's doing then.
It's a 6-issue mini though.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I think issue 1 drops next month, maybe November. Issue 1 comes out, so pretty soon. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Damn, lots of people on. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is great. Oh, I did order something today.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually, fuck, I forgot I got to pay for something on eBay. I ordered 2 things today, apparently. One was a pre-order.
Okay.
The other, so let me pull up the pre-order and I'll share the screen here if anybody else is maybe interested and they want to pre-order it for themselves. But the thing I bought on eBay today, just nobody bid. So I was like, it's $25. I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'll bid the $25 and see what happens. And I ended up being the only bidder.
Oh wow.
But it's a custom bind that fits in with my whole Bat Family series that I got going on.
Okay.
And it is they called it Enter Batgirl, and it's basically like, I can't remember what all it collects. It's like Batgirl Year 1, and then it's like also has some like Batman, like Shadow of the Bat, like ones where she, like it talks about like her origins. It's like all about Batgirl,
Yeah.
but it's just a complete Batgirl bind. And Batgirl's a character that I've never really read or really gotten into. And I was like, you know what, custom bind, $25. It collects. I mean, it was a good sized book for what it was. And I was like, you know, $25, I'll throw my hat in the ring.
Yeah.
See what happens.
$25 is the price of binding at the most basic level. So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Got nothing to lose. Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, nobody else bid, and it was just me. So I was like, all right,
there you go.
I'll accept.
Hot tip away to everyone. Now everyone's going to be hunting down for.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to share my screen here, and let me. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, can you see my screen?
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
That's what I pre-ordered today. It's only PVC, so I mean it's not, but it's like 10 inches by 12 inches. So it's like 10 inches tall by 12 inches long. Wow. So it's like one of the Diamond Select like PVC statues, but it's like super, like it's good size. It's like not a small statue by any means. And for $98, I was like,
that's dope, man.
I'm gonna pre-order this.
A Lobo statue.
Yeah. How dope is that?
That's amazing.
I mean, Diamond Select, man, they might be PVC, but Diamond Select makes some really amazing stuff.
Yeah. I mean, a Lobo statue is a must-have. Absolutely.
Right? I don't have one. I'm working on a Lobo bind. I'm like 7 or 8 issues away from finishing off my Lobos that I need to create my entire Lobo run of the volume 2, and then I have like a couple of like from the minis here and there that I'm missing. So I'm going to do like the entire run of Lobo. It'll probably be like 2, maybe 3 volumes, probably 3 volumes of like the DC run, like the solo run that he had. And then I'm going to make a companion Lobo bind that just basically collects all of the minis.
Right. Nice.
And so I've got almost all of them, but I was like, man, I don't have anything to like represent. And then I saw this today.
Yeah.
It comes out in February.
Okay. Nice.
February 24th. So like, that's a few months out. Why not? So yeah, I went ahead and pre-ordered that, and then I laughed.
Reading that price right?
What, $98.78
for a 10 by 12? Oh
yeah.
My god! Granted, yeah. Wow. I mean, that's dope. Damn US dollar.
Well, here's the funny thing: manufacturer minimum age is 180. Manufacturer maximum age is 1,188. I was like, what? But yeah, they had some cool stuff. Like they got this one here that I was also debating, but its one's a little bit smaller. This one's already out that you can get, but he's got his dog. Yeah. I really want one with Lobo and a space dolphins.
Yeah,
that would be cool. This is one of those Eagle Moss ones, so I think it's like 3 or 4 inches tall. Yeah, 4.5 inches tall. Okay. And I just can't justify $40 for a 4.5 inch figure.
I mean, for double the price to get something as massive as that.
And then they have like the really nice Lobo statues, like the sideshow ones, but those are like over $1,000, and I'm not in the statue game. I can't do that. So, but yeah, man. So anyway, that was my pre-order today.
excellent selection, I must say. I was not expecting that at all. That's dope.
I just kind of got boredom took over, I guess. I don't know. Actually, you want to know what really piqued my interest in it?
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm working on getting the material I need for the custom bind. Unfortunately, the last 5 issues I need are all like really expensive. But I was watching Impractical Jokers because I'm a huge Practical Jokers fan.
That show. Yeah.
And I was watching the dinner party thing that they've been doing since coronavirus.
Yeah.
And BQ, like in the back of his office room area, he has the $1,000 big old Lobo statue. And I was like, oh man, I want a fucking Lobo statue.
Oh yeah.
But then I started looking, I was like, I ain't paying $1,000. But then I found that one for like 98, and I go, oh,
good choice.
That's cool. I'll go with that one. Brian also had a really dope Batman animated series statue as well.
Nice.
In his background. I was like, God, that's too cool. But
the statues, I could look at statues all day. I'll start with like Batman black and white and try and find deals on eBay. And then it just spirals out of control where I'm looking at like these unaffordable payment plans.
There. You know which one I really want, and I keep trying to hunt it down, and I cannot find one for like it's going well over like what the initial like MSRP was, and that's the Batman black and white, but it's the fuck, now I can't remember who it was. Silvestri? I think it was a Silvestri one.
On the throne?
Yes. Silvestri one. That's the one I want, and I cannot find it for less than like $150 or something like that. And I'm like, I just don't know if I can justify $150 for it, but
they get expensive, man. The Sean Murphy ones, I remember looking at those, they were like $200. I was like, my God, it's insane. It's insane, but they're so nice.
That Silvestri one though is so
amazing.
Badass. Oh, it's so
one of the
beautiful. Best. If I ever do find it for like a decent price, I am jumping on that like no other. But all right, since we're not gonna have a whole bunch of time tonight, let's just go ahead and jump into comments. What do you
chat with the peeps?
All right, so we got Canadian. What up, my man?
What up?
JT, I've seen you post this a few times, so let's answer your question here. You got the Gwen Stacy 616 action figure from Marvel Legends, and then I saw later on you had asked whether or not you should open it or leave it in the box. I am an open person. I don't leave anything in the box because I'm not trying to flip action figures later on. Now, if you are ever going to contemplate selling it, when it does potentially go up in price, etc., then yes, by all means, leave it in the box. But for me, I'm a firm believer that things should be displayed. I got all my Motu Funkos. They're all out of the box and proudly displayed. Like I personally do not keep anything in the box. What about you, Mike?
I'm the same way. I mean, I have like 4 black and white statues. They're all out of the box. I mean, and I don't buy anything too expensive, but I mean, any book I have, the first thing I do is take the shrink wrap off. It's not like it's ever gonna. I mean, I'm here to read them and enjoy them. But yeah, I in general though, like even if I buy a statue, I've bought Batman black and white statues for like $30, $40 locally because people don't know what they have. And so I got the Capullo one, a Raphael Grandpa one. The only one I ever bought for cover price was the Joker by Frank Miller from Dark Knight Returns. I just love that Joker.
Yeah.
But yeah, take it. I mean, it's up to you. What Matt said exactly. If you want to just enjoy it, I mean, take it out. But if you want to sell it one day, it'd probably better to keep it in the box for sure.
That's all you, my man. Tronald Dump. Hey guys. Hello, Tronald Dump. Jarrett, 2 live streams in 1 week. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Yeah.
Our goal is to try to do these weekly. That's always been our goal, but obviously that has not happened. We have failed.
We were good for a while.
So we're trying to get back into it. We enjoy these, so we're trying to get back into it. Greg, what's up, my man?
What's going on, Greg?
Mark Waid is back. He's coming back. Yep, just a couple more months. Ooh, Gotham agrees. Waid on Superman would be great.
Yeah. Have they announced who's taking over Flash after Williamson?
I don't know. I think someone was I saw something about Williamson down below, so I think someone was asking about that. Mr. DC Comics, it is the best news ever about Waid.
More Morrison titles.
Or Bendis leaving. Bendis out had me so excited. Then they announced Waid. Should I? Oh yeah, we've already answered that. Yes, open. Matt D, what's up, sir? Mark Waid should do an Elseworld story first before jumping into continuity like Batman White Knight. I want to be against that.
Yeah, I mean,
And again, I don't want any of the current creative teams to leave Batman right now. Like, I really like Tomasi on Detective, and I really like Tynan on Batman, so I really don't want either of them to leave.
Yeah.
So I'd be okay with that. Oh, here we go. This is what I saw. Joshua Williamson or Tom King for Superman. You know my answer. Let's see what yours is.
Honestly, I think I would go with Joshua Williamson. I love Tom King, but I think he's better on like the 12 issue series thing. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree with you 100%. But as you know, I'm a big Joshua Williams fan, Williamson fanboy. I've tried back when we were doing our old podcast, man. I tried so many times to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Failed every time. But no, I'm a big Joshua Williamson fanboy. I actually would like to bind his Flash, but finding the issues for a decent price is harder.
Sure.
So I might have to go the trade paperback route for that one. But no, I'm super excited. Birthright. It's coming to a close here, like really soon, and I'm excited because I can finally bind it. And I have talked to him about it, and he did actually reply to me on that one. He said once I finally get it bound and I get it all done, he wants me to send him pictures because he wants to see it.
There you go.
So I was like, dude,
are you gonna go like balls out, graphic cover, all that?
I don't know, just because I know that Haushin and everybody and like Tim and all them, they're kind of behind right now, so orders are taking a little bit longer.
Okay.
Which is good because that means people are getting into graphic and comic binding, which is I think is fucking great. But so I don't know. I might, you know what I do? I think I might go like Herring and Robinson. I'll get the big image die stamp on the spine, make it look real nice that way, and then I'm gonna hire you to do dust jackets. It'll be like a 2-volume set.
Yeah,
it'll be a 2-volume set. We'll just have to make sure that we measure extra good, and then I'll just have Haushin print them, and then we'll make them out that way.
Hell yeah.
And then hopefully someday I'll meet Williamson and I'll have him sign them.
That'd be dope.
But no, so yeah, Joshua Williamson for sure on Superman. I think he would do amazing, and I love that dude's work. So I'm down for anything he does. And I agree, Tom King. I agree with you. I think he's a lot better on shorter runs.
Finite story, like his Rorschach. I can't wait to read his Rorschach. I mean, it's probably going to be fantastic.
Well, speaking of Tom King and short books, have you seen like the Mr. Miracle read like the
deluxe?
Deluxe they're doing?
Oh my god, definitely picking that up. It's beautiful.
It looks insane. Like I want to put that under a black light.
yeah.
That
real shit, man.
Incredible.
Yeah. Good job by DC.
Cameron, personally, I'm a Bendis fan. I think Ultimate Spider-Man and his dead dude. I'm not. No, I agree. I think Ultimate Spider-Man. I actually reread Ultimate Spider-Man last year, and I will say it was really good up until probably like the last 30 or 40 issues. I think it kind of died off then. But other than that, no, I loved it, and this Daredevil's phenomenal. I was also, believe it or not many people will admit this, but I was a big fan of his New Avengers run as well.
There you go.
I really, really liked his New Avengers.
Powers wasn't bad. I didn't mind Powers much.
I couldn't get into Powers. I tried. I really did, but I just could not get into it.
I liked his cameo appearance in Nailbiter as well. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, no, nothing against Bendis, but his Superman was not up to par. Bendis on Green Arrow. There's an idea. Okay. I'd go for more street level on him too.
Mm-hmm.
That could be interesting.
Good idea.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I got a the Grell Green Arrow omnibus. Someone who's actually one of our patrons, believe it or not. I didn't know this at the time. He was selling it. He's like, just somebody make me an offer. And I reached out and I was like, I threw out an offer, on the book. And he was like, wait, are you Matt from the Hardcover comic? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh dude, yeah, definitely, I'll sell it to you. I was like, all right. He was getting pay for shipping too, but I felt bad, and I did up it a little bit to help pay for shipping. But
sure.
So yeah, he is actually one of our patrons. So I'm getting that book, which I wasn't planning on getting, but it was too good of a price to pass up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I've never read anything Green Arrow except for the Kevin Smith run, which I adored, but it's definitely not a street level book. That was sort of like a very, supernatural kind of all over the place, type.
Yeah.
Um,
You never read the Jeff Lemire run?
Nope.
New 52? Oh my
Nope.
goodness.
I did read Green Arrow Year One. I did read that one like many years ago.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've never Green Arrow. He's like Hawkeye to me. Like those, like they just never appealed to me as interesting characters. And I know a lot of people are like, fuck you, Green Arrow's like 20 times better than Hawkeye. But I don't know. I just never, like, the Robin Hood type just never appealed to me. So
Jeff Lemire, man. Jeff Lemire.
But everybody keeps going bonkers over Mike Grell, and they're like, "Dude, if you don't read Mike Grell, there's something wrong with you." So I was like, "I'll give it a shot." So I'll be doing an overview on that book once it gets here.
Ooh, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it's sealed too. The dude hasn't even opened it, so it's like a brand new book. Super excited. Batman Beyond is incredible. Don't forget, Jurgens ran that before Rebirth as well. That is true, and it was also really good. That's another bind, not just the Rebirth, but I was actually debating on binding like the old Batman Beyond too.
Yeah.
What was your introduction to Batman Beyond? Was it the show, the comic?
The show.
Mine was the show as well.
Yeah, love that show.
Don't worry, man. They go through the comments. Thanks for looking at me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna let you take this one.
Greg, sir, Gideon Falls.
Watch this channel and you have never heard us talk about Gideon Falls.
We've done a video on it, so if you want to see like all the fancy artwork and stuff like that, by all means, it's some of the best artwork in comics, period. Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino doing a horror comic. It's got sort of like it does remind me of some like horror mangas I've read, but it doesn't read like one at all. But essentially it follows a priest and another character, I forget his name, Norton, I think it is.
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't want to say anything because it gets like, I'll say there's a thing called a black barn. It gets super trippy. It's unbelievable.
It's
like,
very supernatural-ish. It's not like that's really all you can say without spoiling stuff.
The supernatural horror thriller.
Supernatural horror, Jeff Lemire. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Go read
phenomenal. One of the best comics probably of the past 5 years. I mean, I think last year was probably my favorite. I mean, Ice Cream Man is so good.
Ice Cream Man is the favorite. Gideon Falls is close, but Ice Cream Man definitely takes the cake. Ice Cream Man takes the cake and the ice cream. Like he gets like Ice Cream
cherry on top too. Yeah.
Oh my god, that is a book that came out of fucking nowhere.
And you always forget about it until you remember it, and then you're like, "Oh, that's right. That's the best comic I've ever read."
To my knowledge, like, what else has Maxwell Prince? Has he written really anything else, or was this sort of like his big breakout book?
Yeah, I think this. I didn't see him before this. He's writing that King of Nowhere mini at Boom, but that's it. That's all I've seen from him ever.
Yeah. So, but oh my god, Ice Cream Man! Yeah. Don't ever let that series end,
please.
Like in the way that it's written, you could just go on forever. I mean,
it's an anthology, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to ever end it. It's so good.
As long as he has crazy ideas, keep it going.
Let's see. DC Comics, Bendis probably will be on Black Lightning. I could see that. I don't know though. I know Bendis. I don't know. Is anybody? I'm just curious from someone like that as a person of color. What is your opinion on Bendis if you were to take on Black Lightning, or would you rather see someone of color write Black Lightning? Like I know there's been so much talk about white creators basically whitewashing characters by putting a white voice to these characters and stuff. So I'm curious as to, and I don't mean it like they can't write a good character of color. That's not what I mean, but there's just so much going on in the world today. I'm just sort of curious, like if we have anybody of color watching, what are your thoughts on Bendis potentially writing, Black Lightning?
Bendis does always throw a little bit of the Jewish flair in there. It might be a little weird on Black Lightning. I don't know. The oy vey and stuff. It's like every book he writes, there's always like a There's always something tossed in there.
Well, I'm
I
just
don't know.
curious.
I'm
I'm not
curious
gonna lie.
too.
Like
Yeah.
reading 100 Bullets, I really like 100 Bullets. Right? I think it's a great book. There's no, I like it, but there was definitely times reading 100 Bullets and knowing like who wrote it. I'm just going,
How
oh,
about
sir.
Scalped? I mean, I know Jason Aaron spent time in the he
Yeah,
spent time with Native Americans,
yeah,
Native Indians, whatever they want to be called.
yeah.
But I mean, in this day and age, I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know if you could ever make a book like that in this day and age. I don't think
Yep,
so.
yep. Yeah, that would be that.
It's a tough
That's
pitch.
another great example.
It's a tough pitch. Yeah.
It is. Ruben Cowabunga
Going
fam.
on.
Oh, he's even got the TMNT club shirts on. That's awesome. Jared, I'm curious to see what Bendis would do with something darker, like Swamp Thing, Jail Dark, or Constantine. Okay.
I can't see Bendis on Constantine, especially after the Simon Spurrier run we just had.
I can't see him on Swamp Thing either. I think a Bendis Jail Dark could be cool.
Could be fun.
If he did it right, I think it could be really cool.
Yeah. Although usually teams is where I don't know. I
enjoyed New Avengers, but not many people would say that.
His X-Men was the last thing I read, and it was horrific. His Guardians was not very good either. I don't know. I just got a bitter Bendis taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Toronto Dump, are you going to continue your Batman Chronicle custom binds all the way down to Rebirth and further on? Short answer, yes. Longer answer, it's going to be a while. So okay,
You
so
got going soon though.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. So long story short, I have become friends with a really great guy by the name of Jeff, and that's who a lot of like the hookups that I've gotten lately on these custom binds and things have come through. That's where Mike got all of his that's currently sitting in my closet, all of his Hulk binds and all of the Hulk Omnis that were at a print and all of like the Hulk singles that he needs to bind to complete his Hulk set. And that's where I got the first half of the Batman Chronicles, not the second half, but the gray ones, right? That's where I got all those at. And that's where I'm also in the process right now. So I was in the process of buying the singles from him too, because he has all the singles for all the Batman Chronicles from, he's like a comic book store. He has all of them from basically where Cataclysm, like where I left off with the second half of the black ones that I have, all the way through right up to New 52. He has all of those collected in singles. I think he's missing like one or two random singles here or there. And I was in the process of buying all of those from him. And then I was going to obviously bind those and have like, it was going to end up being like, I think I mapped it out. It's going to be close to 40 volumes of Batman custom binds, which is great. I love Batman. I was very excited to do this. And while I was in the process of doing this, he also has all of the Wally West Flash that I was also going to buy. And I was going to bind all of the Wally West Flash, which I was like super excited about as well, because that was the Flash, that we grew up with. And then he messages me out of nowhere one day and he goes, "Hey man, I'm thinking about parting with my Spider." Now keep in mind, he had told me that he had the Spider-Man set previously. And he said that that was one set he was never going to part with. Because he also had this really incredible Fantastic Four set that I almost bought from him. I was like, I can't keep spending money. So he said, I got this Spider-Man set. He goes, I wanted to reach out to you and see if you were interested before I go anywhere else with it. Because I know that, you love Spider-Man and you would appreciate it and so on. And it's like a 30, I can't remember the exact 32, 34, something like that volume set of Spider-Man custom binds.
Good
and
number,
it basically from like 1980 up through I think it's Superior, if I remember right. I can't remember now, but it starts at like 1980 and collects all of it, right? And he asked me if I wanted those, and I was like, man, I didn't think you were ever going to part with them. And he goes, no, I'll just part with like these first 24 and I'm going to keep these others. And I was like, all right, that's cool, yeah, I'll do it. And then he reaches out, he goes, well, I'm just going to get rid of all of them. You want to buy all of them? And I was like, fuck, yeah, but it's like such a major commitment to buy. So anyways, long story short, yes, I am, but I'm currently getting all of these Spider-Mans from him first. just because that's a little bit of a heftier price tag, and so we're kind of got like this payment thing set up, and so I'm getting actually all of the Spider-Mans and things from him right now, and then once I get all of those, then I'll go back to treating him like a comic book store basically, and getting all of the Batman singles, so then I can turn around and finish binding all those and have like a 40 something volume Batman set. But to answer your question, Rebirth and further on, I'm actually binding the Rebirth stuff right now. I have actually got it prepped and ready to go. Not Batman, but Detective. I'm still working on Batman. I think I'm short like 25 issues on the Tom King run, but I have all of the Tynan Detectives, and that's all prepped and ready to go. Those are actually getting sent in this week. And I don't know about New 52. I think I might skip New 52, but I'm going to get everything else. So, Dave, short answer, yes. Sorry, that was a lot longer than I think I expected it to be. Oh, she's the classic purple skirt, black turtleneck, green jacket combo. Very cool, man.
Nice.
Does anyone know if Absolute Carnage Omni has been delayed again? I haven't heard anything. I mean, I haven't really been following very closely on it, but I haven't heard anything.
That never came out. Odd.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't. Mike's looking it up. We'll figure it out there, Rhino.
Yeah, I don't think it's been resolicited. So,
Toronto Dump, what are both of your thoughts on Batman Last Night on Earth? Would you consider it a part of the Snyder Capullo New 52 run? I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Would I consider it to be a part of the New 52 run? No, just because it's very different.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's so good. I remember messaging you as I was reading it. I go, oh my God. It was just great. I loved it. It was so good.
Man, as I read death metal now, and I was rereading Reborn by Mark Millar and Greg Capullo, dude, I just love Capullo's art so much. That dude puts in so much effort into like the smallest details, especially in death metal. Oh my God, it's so good. It's unbelievable what he's doing. I love it. I did get to see, I think a couple weeks ago or a couple streams ago anyway, someone brought up the One Who Laughs, which is like a Dr. Manhattan character who's got the whole laughing thing going on. Very interesting what's happening in death metal. I like it. It's been quite an event so far. A lot of Swamp Thing.
I want to read it so bad, but I'm waiting to binge. I can't. This month to month stuff, dude. I don't know. My memory just isn't the same anymore. The older I get, and I'm taking all that fish oil and shit that you recommended. I take it on a daily basis, and I definitely feel like I feel like it's gotten better. But it just there's so much stuff that I read a month. I can't. I gotta binge it, unfortunately.
Death metal, thankfully, every week there's a new issue, and it all is important. So you're not forgetting things as you read along, because every week there's something new to read, and it's all
in that case, maybe I will check it out.
All the tie-ins are worth reading for sure,
because I don't want people to spoil it for me. So maybe I will check it out.
Right.
Jared, I think it's out, Rhino, or was. I think it's already out of stock.
Yeah, Amazon's showing September 8th, so maybe it was like late August, early September it came out.
I thought he said Snyder on Superman. I'm not sure who you're referring to, but I don't know if I'd like Snyder on Superman.
He did Superman Unchained. Did you ever read that?
No.
With Jim Lee?
No.
It wasn't terrible, but it was a finite story, so maybe that's why.
Waid and Ross Kingdom Come sequel. That could be cool. Nice. The question is, though, is that Kingdom Come is such a legendary story, and it's like what 25 years old or something like that at this point.
Close to
if they try to do a sequel, is it going to potentially taint what they did the first go around? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's sort of like Bill and Ted 3. Like, I was very worried about Bill and Ted 3 because the first two were major childhood favorites.
You're right.
I am happy to report I fucking love Bill and Ted 3. They did it with care and respect, and they did an amazing job on it. I love Bill and Ted 3. Yeah. But I was kind of nervous. I'm like, this is going to ruin it for me.
I'd love to see Waid and Ross do something else. Doesn't have to be Kingdom Come related at all. They could come.
Well, they also did what? Well, no, Ross did Absolute Justice, but
right. Yeah, that was him and Beanie, I think.
Yeah. What is Ice Cream Man? Again, you guys watch this channel and you don't know what Ice Cream Man,
We're not doing a good enough job,
Gideon
man.
Falls, I guess. Holy shit. Ice Cream Man is a book that Mike said, "Holy crap, you need to read this." And I said, "What is it?" And he goes, "It's like this horror anthology, but he goes, "It's great." He goes, "I just binged it and like you really need to like check this out." So it's an image book written by a gentleman by the name of Maxwell Prince. I don't know who's the artist. I can't think of the artist
Martin
name.
Morazzo. Martin
That's
Morazzo.
it.
Yeah.
And it's a horror anthology. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Because by horror, I don't mean like blood and guts horror. Like that's not what I mean by horror. It's almost like I don't know, like a Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone horror, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like a Twilight Zone-esque book. Okay, so I don't think. Oh, they said it was just like Twilight Zone. It's in the same vein, if I could say that. Like if that makes sense.
It gets weird and trippy.
Yeah, it's sort of in the same vein as like the Twilight Zone. And Ice Cream Man is kind of the Rod Serling. He's sort of the narrator, so to speak, in a way. And then he has his own involvement.
Yeah.
And you're still, even today, we still don't know what the fuck's going on with him. And they're like 20 some issues in, and we're still like unsure of what's happening. But I will say, it's an amazing book. It is probably one of my favorite books that has come out ever. For sure in the last 10 years, my number one, and potentially ever. It is incredible. It was definitely a book that we had no idea what it was. Mike read it and he goes, "Dude, you got to read this." And I binged it. I think at the time there's only like 15 or 16 issues out, and I think I read them all in like a day. I was like,
yeah, so good. My God. Because it's an anthology, you never know what to expect with the next issue.
Yeah,
and then every issue, you're always like, "Well, I can see where this is going," and you don't have any idea where it's going. Because it's amazing. It's just so well done.
And can I say the Dr. Seuss issue, for those that have read it? Fuck, that was a good issue.
I still need to read that one. Damn it.
You haven't read that one yet?
No.
That's the one I missed like 3 weeks ago. And I was like,
I'm sorry, man.
Oh my fuck.
I know you sent me the variants. They were very nice. The variants.
Yeah, the variants were really cool covers, but no, that's such a good story. No, I highly recommend Ice Cream Man.
Good.
Really good.
So good. Yeah.
I've always been more on the side that excuse me, any writer can write any type of character if they have the talent. Yeah, but I mean, yes, that is true.
Very true, yeah.
But I do think that also some people are kind of better at certain genres, so to speak. So there's very few jack of all trades that can be really awesome at everything they write.
Yeah.
I think Tomasi is one of those people. I think Tynan is one of those people. Snyder, definitely Snyder, because based on like his indie stuff, I think Snyder's definitely one. So you kind of got
Lemire could write anything as well.
Yes, Lemire's up there. So I mean, you definitely have some that are jack of all trades that could write anything, but then you have some that like really kind of just specialize in like their one sort of book that they do.
Genre like Ennis, it's like you know what to expect with Ennis. It's either a murderous vigilante like Punisher, or Section 8 goofy. Hitman even was kind of goofy as well.
Yeah,
like
Hitman was very goofy. Yep. Let's see. So going back to Absolute Carnage, it releases on the 23rd, at least in the States. Don't skip New 52 on Batman Chronicles because it will give me a heart attack due to OCD. So what I will do is anytime we're filming, I will just put up a sign that I'll just draw spines on it, and we'll just label it New 52 in marker, and so that way it appears that they are there.
There you go.
They were just coming around about it being held up in customs. Jacques. Matt just noticed the new Shure SM7B mic sounding sharp. Thank you. Yeah, I needed to upgrade for voiceover stuff. And you're right, dude. I love this mic. It's a lot better than my RE320 was. So I really, really, really like this mic. I'm very, very happy with it. Honestly, both of you gents sound sharp. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Mike finally got a mic holder, except for when he's recording at his other desk, then he has to hold it like he's singing a song to you.
Exactly.
He's serenading you folks when he does that.
With my comic talk.
I've been waiting over 1 month for 2 items to get picked and scanned on IST. If it doesn't happen in the next 3 days, I'm gonna stab Mike and feed on Matt's fecal matter. Just kidding, I'm not a psycho.
I gotta watch out.
You've been waiting for over a month? Jeez, I thought I had to wait
Wild.
a week and a half because I they're gonna be here tomorrow. Unboxing video. But I ordered some books and it took a week and a half to get picked and scanned, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
Are you sure they're not out of stock, Tronald?
Yeah, 1 month
teasing you along. Yeah. Damn.
Bill and Ted 3 is great. It was awesome going to the cinemas. See, I just bought it. I didn't go see it. I didn't go see it in theaters. I just bought it on like the $30 or whatever it was.
Sure.
Amazing Asian. What's up, Mike? Evening, guys. Dude, I'm friends with Mike on Facebook. Amazing Asian here. We're friends on Facebook, and he is constantly posting like the most delicious like food recipes and things on Facebook. Yeah. Holy shit. Like anytime I log on, it's just like all these different amazing Asian foods. And I'm like, dude, you're making me so hungry right now.
Got to show him some of your barbecue skills, man.
Oh, I know. I should show you guys the picture of the food I ate tonight. Woo!
Yum, yum, yum.
Smoked some pork chops and bacon wrapped steak sirloins. And,
jeez.
According to Omar, Absolute Carnage did get... Oh, when people said it got stuck in customs, I thought they were joking. It really did get stuck in customs. That's hilarious. Holy shit. I thought it was a joke. Is Ice Cream Man the same Ice Cream Man as Spawn? No. Very different. The Ice Cream Man in Spawn is long dead. He died in like issue 2. No, it's very, very different. Not the same Ice Cream Man at all. It's goddamn, it's a great book though. Gonna have to take a reading break for the Stanley Cup Finals. How about you guys? Oh, Mike, you're Canadian. What about the Stanley Cup Finals?
Yeah, I don't know about the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't think the Leafs have made it. I haven't kept up. I was watching the Raptors for a while, but they just got knocked out by Boston recently. So I'm done with sports for now. I get to start reading. Get to start binge reading again.
I get to start watching my Baltimore Ravens play every Sunday. They just played this last Sunday, and I got to watch a little. I had to work that night, so I needed to go nap before because I had to stay up like really late working. So I did get to catch a little bit of the game, though. That made me excited to see that.
Nice. It's interesting.
I know what Ice Cream Man is. Please forgive me for Gideon Falls.
We'll see. Give us time. Give us time, Greg. Yeah, fair enough.
Earlier this week, I watched a comic pop video on Sandman Volume 1 after our little Sandman chat. And after that, I must say, I will definitely be giving this a read. Hell yes.
Nice.
Hell yes. Sounds so awesome, though. I will say it didn't quite grab me until he escaped. Yeah, it was a little slow at first.
Issue 1.
It's building up. It's building.
Yeah.
Paul, I just discovered this channel. It's awesome. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Paul. Nice to have you here.
Tell your friends and family.
Mm-hmm. And just strangers on the street.
Yeah, just shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
Really get held up in customs.
That's incredible.
Crazy. Hello, I watch your videos occasionally. First time stopping by. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome. Hopefully, welcome. Occasionally to regularly after this.
That's right.
Just kidding. We appreciate anything. That's really awesome.
It will go to regularly after this. I'm kidding.
I'm in Australia. I ordered something from a store in my city. It was sent 2 states away and then came back to my state.
Like a boomerang.
Well played. Nathan, afternoon, guys from Australia. Man, we got hello, Nathan.
Cheers, man.
Awesome. Yeah. Make the recipes. You won't be disappointed. Dude, I would, but nobody in my family will eat it but me. Maybe my oldest son. Maybe he would. But my wife, no way. Like, I'd be the only one eating this stuff. How can I tell something is out of stock on IST? Basically, it just won't show up anymore. Like you'll look, it'll either say unavailable or it just won't be listed, period. If I were you, honestly, if it's been a month, I would recommend emailing their customer service and just asking them like, hey, what's going on? It might take them a few days or so for them to reply back to you because apparently they're getting really backed up with emails. But I would definitely reach out if it's been over a month. That's pretty insane.
It's a very long time. even with the whole COVID situation.
Yeah, of course the league
Yeah.
didn't make it.
Yeah, it's been years since they've been worth watching. Yeah.
I'm lazy. I did subscribe though. All right, we got a new
Awesome.
subscriber. Woohoo!
Thank you. That's a hell of an image there too.
Yeah. What are your favorite Boom Studio titles?
Ooh,
Mike,
so many good Boom ones. I love
definitely.
Klaus. I love Klaus. Whenever hopefully there's a new issue this year. Dan Mora, Grant Morrison. Grass Kings by Matt Kint was fantastic. Anything Simon Spurrier does there, usually gold. Weavers, Six Gun Gorilla, Alienated, a whole bunch of other titles I'm probably forgetting now too because I have shit memory as soon as I have a question I need to answer.
Weavers, that was Boom, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Weavers is so good. I
So
highly
good.
recommend Weavers. That is
Oh,
such a great mini.
The Spire, that's another one Simon Spurrier did. And then Matt Kint's done a whole bunch there, like damn it, I forget what it was called. Folklords, that was really good. That was recent. And then he's doing Bang is at Dark Horse. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Those are that's my list there. Was who published the Mark Waid title, which I'm also forgetting.
Oh, Incorruptible and Irredeemable. Those
that
are Boom. That's
Yeah,
Boom.
there
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Incorruptible and Irredeemable. Holy shit. Like
Yeah.
that one is
Power Rangers is Boom too. I've heard that's good.
Yeah, Power Rangers is really good actually.
Yeah.
Especially if you grew up with it. I can't say after Kyle Higgins left. I don't know. I've only read the Kyle Higgins stuff, but while Kyle Higgins was doing it, he did an amazing job of really channeling the characters. He did a very, very amazing job at channeling the characters. If you grew up watching it, that is. If you didn't grow up watching it, you're probably like, oh, this seems dated. But if you grew up watching it, you get all the little subtle jokes and stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Gold. I think he was referring to your comment about the boomerang.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Do you guys do these streams on a schedule?
Yeah.
I really, really wish I could tell you yes, but the answer is no. So for those that don't know or might be new to the channel, I have 4 kids and a wife and work and stuff. So Mike is very gracious to stay up late. He's an hour ahead of me, and so he is very gracious to stay up late on some nights to do this with me because I usually can't start recording until after my kids and wife and everybody go to bed, which is usually like 9:30 my time. Tonight it was 10 because I had to run and get beer, but it's normally like 9:30 my time, which is like 10:30 Mike's time, and we normally do these for like over 2 hours.
Yeah.
But no, our goal is weekly, but previously we failed at that.
It's rough. We try and, if we know in advance, like if we know the morning of, we'll put stuff out on social media.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like tonight was super spontaneous. I think like you messaged me a few hours ago saying, "Hey, you available?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
Yep.
So the schedule is whenever the fuck we can.
Yeah, I wish it could be on schedule. I know it would help us if it was on schedule. Like more people probably watch if it was on schedule.
Right.
It's hard. I have little ones. 2 of them are like they can watch after themselves. The other 2, they're still little, so it's like it's difficult. But one of these days. I emailed IST a week ago because of my issue and no response. Okay, so I do know that IST has been very, very, very far behind on emails because if something doesn't get shipped out within like a week, people are emailing them. And they've actually asked that people stop emailing them because they're having a hard time responding to all of the emails. So no, I don't think anything fishy is going on. I think they're just really far behind. I would say if you don't get a response like this week, I would probably reach out again. Just because if it really has been a month, I would be curious as well. But they are running behind. I don't think it's anything fishy. IST is a great company. I think they're probably just really that far behind right now. People keep telling me it would be too expensive to bind.
I think that's like Vietnamese manga.
Oh, I know what he's referring to. The only reason why I know this is because I actually saw this in one of the Facebook groups. He had posted this in a Facebook group, which is why it's dawning on me now. I know what he's referring to. So if I remember correctly, he's referring to doing what
Thomas does.
yeah, our good buddy Thomas Judge does, which
Yeah.
is literally printing out the
Printing.
pages, like scanning it, printing the pages, and then having them bound that way.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, like, honestly, if you do want to go that route, reach out to Thomas Judge. He has a YouTube channel as well, and he does some amazing stuff. Like that dude binds some of like the craziest shit, and it's expensive. It is not cheap to do what he does.
Yeah.
We've actually had him on our show where we interviewed him, and we actually like picked his brain a little bit, and we're like, "How are you doing this?"
Yeah.
Put into detail, and it's very, very, very expensive to do,
And time consuming.
very time consuming. He said he has spent hours upon hours just creating one book.
Yeah.
But if you are serious about doing it, I highly recommend reaching out to Thomas because that dude is stellar. He's a great guy, really great guy. We should actually get him back on the show. It's been a while.
Sure.
We should reach back out to him. But he's a super stellar dude, and he could at least point you in the right direction and kind of give you some advice and some words of encouragement.
Some hot tips, yeah.
Because we had debated doing it too because we had the DRM free files for Witchblade and a couple other things that we've gotten off a Humble Bundle, and I was like, well, how cool would this be? Because I have the Darkness Compendiums 1 and 2. How cool would it be to take these DRM ones and make like an absolute and
it's pricey.
Did I say Witchfinder earlier? If I did, I meant Witchblade. But anyway, so I was like, this would be really, really fun to do. And he talked me out of it. I was like, I cannot justify this.
So much money.
Although his Witchblade is fucking gorgeous. And the slip cases that he did for City, oh my God.
They're very nice.
Go check out Thomas Judge's channel. That dude is amazing.
Yep. We'll see what happens with Ice Cream Man.
37 watching, only 10 likes. Hit that like button.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people watching our back. Appreciate it a lot.
Hey guys, also from down under.
There you go.
Night of Australia. Finding everything I order from overseas has been slowed down. One order sat in New York for over a month.
My goodness.
Yeah, I've even shipping in the States. So I'm in the Midwest, and when I'm getting stuff sent to me or I'm shipping to people like over on the East Coast, it takes forever. Like shit gets held up in New York, New Jersey. Takes forever. But if I'm getting stuff from the West Coast or I'm shipping to the West Coast, like LA and stuff, it goes super fast. It's I get it like almost instantaneously. So it's like
everything's burning down over there. So
yeah, but you get them. They're like, hey, we're burning down, but we're still shipping. Here you go. Whereas like New Jersey and stuff, they just hold on to your shit. Like I actually sent someone a book and it got lost in the mail for over a month. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? So luckily I had insurance on it. It was like a $250 book. Luckily there was insurance on it. So I went to go file an insurance claim. The minute I filed an insurance claim, like the next day, magically the book gets delivered.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, funny how that works.
Jackass. You guys were just hanging out with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of going back that he edited, it's too expensive to bind it. That's only available online. If I paid for the online files, would it be relatively easy? Again, reach out to Thomas Judge, my man. That dude.
Again, it depends on the size you want, the type of paper you want to print it on. I mean, where you're located. I don't even know where, how much printing would cost there. But
I believe he's in the States. I could be wrong, but I think I remember from the Facebook post. I think he's in the States. Nathan, I bought Miracle Man after seeing one of your videos and really liked it. Thanks for making the video on it. Only thing that sucks is my spines didn't match up when I bought them online. Mike's leaving us. Where are you going?
That's odd. Mine match up. I wonder what happened. Yeah.
Well, it's
you got a weird printing on one of them,
like reprints or something like that, where like they change the goes up.
It's unusual for Marvel to do that, but yeah, you never know. That's true.
Just read Secret 6. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. You are welcome.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I love Secret 6. Actually, that one's not prepped yet because the die stamp's not ready. Myself and one of our good buddies, David, we're actually he's on our live shows. He always jumps on and says, "What's up, Glip Glops?" Anyways, he is actually, me and him are going halvesies on a die stamp for the Secret Six. We're having Herring and Robinson do it. And so once the die stamp, I just talked to him the other day about it. Apparently the die stamps is going to be done like within the next, hopefully a couple weeks. So I'm going to be sending in, I have like 4 books that I'm sending in now. And then I'm going to be sending in the Secret Six books along with the Dreaming, probably in November. And then by then the die stamp will be done. But I'm getting that Secret Six logo. I'm getting that die stamp to go on the spine. And then I'm also debating on throwing that stamp right there on the front cover, making that book real sexy.
Yeah. Just as a quick side note, I'm very excited. Matt and I have been working with someone I guess it must be from Russia, right? Just based on the name.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I don't know honestly, but yeah,
just the die stamps reminded me. I mean, there's gonna be some new logos coming, some new fancy looking merch.
Yeah,
Punisher vibe
for sure. You guys are actually gonna be seeing part of it tomorrow because I'm gonna do an unboxing. Well, I don't know if I'll post because I won't do it till tomorrow night. Sometime this week, I'm gonna be dropping an unboxing video because I get the books tomorrow. I'll record tomorrow and then I'll drop it at some point. But there'll be you guys will kind of see a little bit of a sneak preview of this new logo. Actually, hang on, let me throw this dude's name out there for people to go follow him on Instagram because this guy is absolutely insane. So we did not know about this at all of a sudden this guy tags us in a post on Instagram stating that he's done a new Punisher 2099 homage and created a hardcover comic logo. Yeah. And we were like, what? And so it's so his excuse me, his Instagram is KRIVTSOV and then artwork. So I don't even want to try to pronounce it. I'm gonna butcher it. Krivstov artwork on Instagram. And that dude does some amazing stuff. And so we reached out and I just said, hey man, like this is really cool. Thanks for doing this. Like we had no idea. We're honored. And apparently he's like gonna do some more stuff for us. And so we're like, all right then. So
much
we're
appreciated,
really
yeah.
What he does. But yeah, go follow that dude on Instagram. You guys can actually see what he did for us on Instagram. He put it on there, but yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. So we're pretty excited about that. I read the first Once and Future trade by Kieran Gillen. It's awesome, coolest grandma ever.
That's also Boom. That's right. Fantastic title. Yeah.
That's a book that I need
Red
to read.
Mother. Red Mother's another really good Boom title. Highly recommend checking that one out. I think that's Jeremy Hahn writing.
I think you're right. What is it, like 2 p.m. in Australia right now? Trying to do math at midnight. My head hurts. 1:55 p.m. You were off by 5 minutes at the time we posted that. How many issues do you go before dropping a title? I aim for 6.
Yeah, I go for an arc as well. Yep.
Shane, oh wow, thanks guys. I'll reach out to him. Cool. I get confused reading Grant Morrison. We all do. What drugs do I need to be on to understand him?
Well, I don't know if you can listen to think that you can understand Mr. Grant Morrison is a pretty wild thought. Huh? I mean, I don't know, man. I've definitely smoked up once in a while reading Grant Morrison. I don't know if it necessarily helps. It just makes you wonder more things. Like you just start wondering, like, how did he come up with this? Why would he ever write this kind of thing? Where is it going to lead to? I can't recommend any. I can't imagine taking psychedelics and reading anything, period. Like, I know that's what Grant Morrison used to do often, but like, I don't know if I can't imagine drugs helping to understand that, dude. Maybe try some weed, have an edible.
Some DMT.
Well, I mean, DMT and read some Doom Patrol. Jeez.
Go on an ayahuasca trip and then read.
Have the whole just binge it for the 3-day ayahuasca retreat.
Yeah, just take Doom Patrol Omni on your ayahuasca retreat.
Yeah.
Someone's at Molly at the same time.
I don't know. Molly might help. Molly might be good, but I don't know. Especially his Batman. It's like I don't know what drugs to recommend for his Batman.
Stuck in Melbourne, waited 3 months for Absolute Arkham Asylum. Can't find East of West 2 anywhere.
Damn.
I found that's a lot. I found Hickman's FF Omnis Volume 1 and Volume 2 for about $5.50 US, $7.50 Australian. Would you buy it at this price? Or dude, wait for a reprint.
Yeah.
How many times I've been tempted to buy it at $400 and I just can't. And that's one of my favorite books of all time, mind you. Keep in mind, that is a book that I have been aching and dying to get for like what, 5 years now? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 years. I have been dying to get my hands on these books. And Volume 2, I did have at one point in time, but I never could find Volume 1. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to part with Volume 2 then, because if I'm never going to have Volume 1, there's no point in having Volume 2. And I've, I don't regret selling Volume 2 at the time, because Volume 1, dude, wait for the reprint. It's inevitable. It's got to happen at some point. I'm actually surprised it hasn't, but
yeah.
That's too expensive. You spend less buying the singles and having them, but that's also true. I've debated doing that, or even just buying like the complete collections. I don't know if those are out of print now, but I know there's like the complete collections as well. Hey guys, love the hardcover comic. Thanks. Question: how do you get over making a collection when there are books out of print? I'm collecting Fables Deluxe hardcover, and it's disheartening that some of the books are so. All right, I've been there numerous times. Have you, Mike?
No.
You've never been. Mike's always like on the front lines. He buys like right when that shit comes out. So he has never been on the front lines of being like, oh, I wish.
If something's out of print, I'm like, it's not in the stars. Or I'm gonna custom bind it. That's usually my thought. It's out of print, I'm gonna custom bind it. Screw it.
But his thing is to say there's like 16 Fables Deluxe hardcovers. 3 of them are out of print. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? So, no, that's a little bit of a tougher situation. So I was kind of in that same boat actually with the Goon Library editions. And honestly, what I did, and I lucked out finally after almost a year of doing this, I finally lucked out. But what I did is I just set a search on eBay for the Goon Library editions, and anytime they came up, I would look, and a lot of times they were out of my price range, or I didn't want to pay that much. But I lucked out, man, and I ended up getting all 5 volumes for like $200. So
dope.
I'm very happy about that. And I already had Volume 1, so I just resold a Volume 1, so I actually got them even less. But no, that's what I'd recommend doing, is just setting. I did that with like the Deathlock Marvel Masterworks too. That was a book that I'd been looking for forever. Set a thing, like that's what I do. I just set, I also go on to I've had a lot of good luck going on to isbns.org. And just searching for titles that way. It'll tell you like what stores have them and stuff. I found Madman Atomica for like $100 thanks to using that. So I mean, definitely there's search engines out there that are great, and also just set that eBay reminder. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up really quick. We're gonna fly through these. We're almost caught up. Mike's got to get to bed. So here we go. Yep. Some money round. Fire away. What do you guys think of the Dini Batman Omni?
I like it. I like Dini. I like Batman.
I agree. I was actually going to buy it, but I found out that Jeff, the guy that I'm getting all of the floppies, he actually has everything that's going to be in that collection and floppies. I was like, oh, I'm binding it. So I'm not buying it because I'll have it a different way. But if it wasn't for that, I would be buying it.
Yeah.
The first and third books are UK. Oh, he's talking about the
Miracle Man. Yep. Yeah, makes sense.
The site didn't mention anything, but looking to get it custom bound.
That'd be cool. Nice. You can do that with hardcovers for sure.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying to read The Invisibles, and I'm having a hard time getting it. I couldn't imagine being in an altered state trying to read it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's already got so many crazy ideas in it, but yeah.
Is there an FF anniversary coming up? Will this spurn on reprints? Honestly, a lot of people thought it was going to get reprinted when the Joshua Trank flop came out. It didn't happen then. Then when Marvel got the rights back to the Fantastic Four, movie-wise and stuff, everybody thought, oh, for sure it's going to drop. It still hasn't. A lot of reprints were just announced like in the last couple months. We thought it was going to happen. It still hasn't. So who the hell knows? But it's a book that people have been clamoring for years. So I don't know why they're not reprinting it. It's
hard to talk to the right people.
Yeah, it's money in the bank. I don't know why they're not doing it.
Yep.
They are doing Hickman, FF, and Avengers complete collections. Yeah, so you can always bind it, worst case, or just get them in paperback. Was delayed. So we'll find out sometime with that. May get a reprint when Marvel starts hyping up the inevitable FF movie.
Hopefully.
I picked up the Man of Steel hardcover and the Witchblade hardcover, waiting on them to get picked and scanned. Enjoyed the overview you posted of Man of Steel. Love that run growing up. Thanks, man. No, it's a great run. And they've already solicited volume 2 for like January or something like that next year. So hopefully we get it.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Witchblade? I bought the first trade on IST because it was with Bucks. Is it good? I enjoy the darkness more. I'm definitely a much larger darkness fan. But that being said, I do also enjoy Witchblade. I do like Witchblade. Don't get me wrong. I'm just more of a darkness fan.
I need to finish those digital issues I got.
Yeah, but if you bought it for $2, I mean, yeah, that's a fucking great deal.
That's in it, yeah.
Matt, are you getting rid of any more customs?
Oh boy.
Very, very possibly. I might part with a few. I'm still kind of debating on some. But hit me up, man. I'm actually going to be clearing some shelves off because I got to make room for all these Spider-Mans and stuff, and these Batmans are going to be coming. So I've decided, and I've gone through, and I'm like, am I going to reread this in the next 3 years? And ultimately, if the answer is no, then I'm probably parting with it. So hit me up, though, man. We can talk on Facebook. Also, is the new logo going to be only on merch or for the actual channel logo too? That's a good question. We're going to utilize it any way we can. It's not just merch, obviously. Any merch we do, I'm going to be real with you guys. I do it for me.
Right.
I do it because I want to wear it. And if other people think it's cool and they want to support the channel and they want to wear it too, I think that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And so I definitely like try to like get people's like opinions and things, I'm like, hey, like, what do you guys think of this? But I feel like I'm spamming people when I do that. So I try not to.
You guys are gonna want a black mug with the red Punisher hardcover logo. It looks so good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a coffee mug with the new Punisher 2099 hardcover comic logo on it. It's all black. It's gonna be red. Anyways, I'm buying a mug, and I know that I'll probably be the only person on the face of this earth, unless maybe Mike gets one.
I'm gonna get one too, absolutely.
Me and Mike are the only two people on the face of this earth with a mug, and that's okay. I don't mind, but I'm super excited. But no, we'll probably utilize it for.
Can we make one of these?
Not yet, but I'm sure that'll be an option later on. But no, so we're going to utilize it for a lot of different stuff. Like I said, this dude's art is really cool, and we're just blown away that he just did it. Like, that was crazy.
The great thing about the logo we have now, the green one, is that it's circular. So for like YouTube and Instagram, because it works perfectly.
Yep. What's the site for looking for books at stores? isbns.org or .net. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it's just look up like ISBNS and you'll just type in the name and it'll pull up like all the different places that it sells at. It'll show you like eBay, Amazon, Abe's Books. That's how I found Lucifer Volume 1 back when it was going for a lot more, for like a great price. It's solid stuff. Cheers for the stream, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
How do you guys find customs for sale? 2 places for me personally. 1, eBay. eBay is the all-time biggest. Just I have a search saved for I don't remember what I put in there, like custom bind. What the hell is that? Custom hardcover or custom bind comic or something like that is like how I have it saved. And so that's how I get alerted to a lot of cool stuff. The Unbound Omnibus Facebook group is another great way. That's how I met Jeff, who's hooking me up with all these great deals. That's how I've actually come up with a lot of binds, actually, is from this Unbound Omnibus group on Facebook. And then just connections and just knowing people now. Mike's actually just messaged me the other day and he goes, hey man, by the end of the year I'm probably looking to part with these. Do you want them? Like, fuck yes I do. So just cool things like that. Cool. I'll look forward to it, man. Mike's been dead for the past hour. Sleep tight.
I've been doing surprisingly well. My eyes are just always small.
Okay, cool. Well, we're all cut up on comments, so thank you, everybody. We ran about 15 minutes over. Sorry, Mike. We love you.
It's all good.
Yeah, we'll try to catch up again next week. Like I said, I'll be doing an unboxing video. I'll probably be doing a couple overview, at least for sure one overview video, maybe 2 overview videos this week, depending on the time that I have. So I'll have at least 2 or 3 videos this week. So then whatever Mike pumps out. So
should be getting binds soon. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome. All right.
Have a good one, everyone.
Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.
Bye-bye.